Hello YouTube world, got an interesting gun to show you today. To be honest with you, I'm really doing this review for some fellow Watchtower Apache enthusiasts and to post on a page for them, as a lot of people are still waiting for this gun. Any of you that have been following this and looking forward to this gun, this review is really going to be a roller coaster ride, as I have various things to say. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. First saw this gun when several famous YouTubers put some videos out about this. Of course, as I mentioned before, this is the Poo edition. You know, the ammo can that it came with, all the interesting cuts, and comes with a 20-round magazine and a 17-round magazine. Don't know why they ever do 17, to be honest with you, but maybe, I don't know. But here's the thing about this gun. There are a lot of people that have a love-hate relationship with this gun so far. Now, to me, it is the prettiest gun I've ever seen. That made me one of the reasons I wanted to end up getting it. But as anytime you try something new, it's gonna come with some issues. It is so new, and I don't know if they just simply tried to rush to get this gun out in people's hands, because people are really waiting on this gun. There are people who've been waiting since December when they got their order, or placed their order. I ended up getting mine from a dealer who had pre-ordered 150 of these, and that seems to be the way to go, because I ordered mine months after some of the guys who placed the orders directly with Watchtower. Let's go over some of the features of the gun. And this is a Jekyll and Hyde gun. There is a before and after as it sits. One of the biggest complaints that came out about this gun was the original grips that were with this gun. Now, when they were showing this off at SHOT Show and everything, it was a different gun than what you see here. The grips were different. The grip safety was pinned. On every competition gun, I think the grip safety should be pinned. I do not know why their final edition came out without the grip safety being pinned. However, the first grips that came out were 3D printed grips, and people really hated them. I never got to experience them. One thing I don't understand also is how people with later serial numbers with me ended up getting their guns first, and they had the older grips, even though their serial number is higher than this one. So this was a pleasant surprise when this came to me with the new grips. I absolutely love these grips, and I am thoroughly amazed at how grippy these carbon fiber Kevlar grips are. Even grippier than some of my metal 2011 guns. I have placed a Shooting Sports Innovation thumb rest on there. It did take a good bit of modification because the way this area comes out right here. So therefore I had to grind off a good bit of the back to make this fit flush. Have a couple little idiot marks you can see here as well. Looking at this gun, as others have mentioned, this is just as smooth as it gets. That PVD coating is really something else. So it came great. Grip great, fit and finish, the smoothness great, the safety very good, very easy to manipulate. The trigger, horrible. They advertised it, I think, to be around 2.5 to 3 pounds. This one came, I got lucky compared to some. Mine came in the range of 3 to 3.5. But still, that doesn't tell the story. I don't know if the video will show, but down here there are wear marks to where the trigger is just hanging up inside the channel there. And some people have complained that theirs are coming in at 5 and 5.5. I did mention on a Facebook page that I'm just wondering if the reason for this is these guys got so busy so fast, they had to hire a bunch of people to put guns together that aren't really gunsmiths, and I'm not knocking them. I'm just trying to give a guess to why you would send out a pistol that you would almost consider a custom-made pistol. It's at the price of some of the lower range custom-made guns, but it came out like a mass-produced gun. I would have put this trigger when it first came out probably about right there at the first Prodigies that came out that were not very good at all, except at least the first Prodigies, even though they were heavy triggers, they were a whole lot smoother than this trigger here. It seems like to me, to be just point blank honest, either they took all these new grips they were going to start sending out, they just put it onto the pistol, they put the sear spring in the pistol, as they put it in there, check it, working, firing, do some test firing, we're good to go. Not looking to tune at all. I don't think anything was tuned, any fine-tuned on this gun, which was a little disappointing, to be honest with you. As you pay money for this, the amount of money that you pay for this gun, you expect a little more. Now, some of these YouTubers that have talked about this and how crisp the trigger was, I don't know if they make the guns a little bit better for these guys in the videos that they're going to put out. But that was just not the case, and what I'm reading from a lot of people, you just did not have a good trigger here. So I originally took out some of the internals, polished them down, bent the springs a little bit, and I got my trigger to drop down a good little bit, maybe by about 1 pound. But even if we have got this thing down to 1 pound, it just was real gritty. And so when I practiced and dry fired, I usually do my one firing a target, then I'll pull the trigger multiple times, and it just felt hung up and that it was getting all over something. So I took it to a gunsmith, and he had to do a lot of polishing on the channel that the trigger bow fits in. He said there were just so many burrs and rough areas, and it was hanging up. And he ended up adjusting a little bit of the sear spring on the disconnect because it felt like it had some hang up. And I'm here to tell you now, here's the new gun. It is a world of difference. He adjusted the over travel because it had horrible resets. And if you look at the gun now, it is right there at the wall. And this is because of his adjustments. You pull the trigger, it is so nice. Looking at the reset, right there again. He has done a great job. So I want to give a shout out to Performance Gunworks and what he has done with this trigger. Let's look at it real quick. I heard YouTube is not too fond of you mentioning trigger weights, so I'll try to show them to you. Let's go ahead and do just a couple of slow pulls. Oh my goodness, look at that. Can you see that? Do another one here. Oh boy, that's a slow pull and it's still coming in pretty light. I did test fire this 100 flawless rounds yesterday after getting the trigger done. Originally what they were showing was coming in at 2 pounds even. Right now it seems to be coming underneath that. I did 10 pulls earlier, and let's just say if you weighed something and it weighed 1 pound 10 ounces, it'd be weighing the same as what I'm doing right here. And that's pretty much what it's showing there right now. This is great. As a matter of fact, because Performance Gunworks also improved the trigger on my Masterpiece arms, they are indistinguishable. Now from the get-go, straight out of the box, the Masterpiece Arms trigger was just way better than this, way smoother. But because I have the same guy that has tuned both, if I were to close my eyes and pull the trigger on both of these without handling the gun, they would be indistinguishable. There is one other issue I had with this firearm, and it was that my casings were getting stuck. You could not eject the round. It was not the extractor or anything like that. It actually was so bad that we had to break the gun down, which was almost impossible to open it up, but we would break the gun down and I had to take a pair of pliers and crush the brass while it's inside the chamber to get it to pull out. We checked it with a reaming tool, and it was just too tight. I don't know, it may have passed actual specs, but there was coating inside the barrel. I'm not used to that. Usually you see a stainless chamber or something like that, but it had a coating that kept the inside of the barrel the same color as the outside. I don't know if that coating was accounted for, don't know if there was overspray, don't know if it was too heavy or what, but as soon as we put that reaming tool inside there, that it looks like a big drill bit, it started taking away so much material. And I have now shot it several hundred rounds since then, and for the first time ever, flawless rounds. So, when I first got this gun, it left something to be desired. As of right now, I am perfectly pleased with this gun, and I think it may become my favorite of all time. I've owned guns and have guns that are a higher price point than this, but I wanted this gun because of that little comp there, and because this gun appears to have a thinner type grip than your typical metal grips. Let me get on that for real quick. There were a good number of people that would complain and say, why would you have this price of gun and have a plastic grip? I'm here to tell you, like other YouTubers have told you, 9mm minor ammo does not need a metal grip. I first learned that when shooting the Staccato XC, and the Staccato XC was the flattest, softest shooting gun I've ever shot compared to all the big name guns that I've owned and I've shot from others. There's nothing that shot flatter. And so I assumed when this gun came out and with this comp, it would be just like it. And I'm here to tell you, this gun is as flat as the Staccato XC, except this grip is way better. I'll probably do a comparison review on that. People have been putting the metal grips on this. Don't know why you need it. I don't feel like it's going to shoot any flatter or softer. And definitely it's not going to be perceived as shooting softer because of just the metal. Whereas this can absorb some of the recoil. And it makes it feel better in your hand. And I'm going to start doing some review comparisons of this. And I also have a video out there of doing a shooting comparison against the Masterpiece arms. But as of right now, forget all the negative stuff I told you. This gun is just great. I think it may become my favorite. It fits better in my hand than any other 2011 that I've had in the past. It is a shame I had to put money into it. Still, with the money I put into this gun and the price of this gun, I'm still coming in a good bit under the price of what the Staccato XC was. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to post them, and I will answer promptly. Hope this was beneficial to you. Have a great day.